What if the greatest puzzle of the past is none about deciphering ancient texts or finding a lost city? What if it's a quantum treasure hunt left behind by the enigmatic Tartarian Empire? Now, this is purely a fictional exploration, a creative journey into a world of what-ifs, not a declaration of historical reality. But the concept is too compelling to ignore, so let's venture into a narrative where the ultimate prize isn't a chest of gold, but access to a different layer of reality, hidden in the quantum echoes of a forgotten age. Imagine a treasure that can't be held, a map that isn't drawn on parchment, and a key that isn't forged from metal. This is the quest for the Tartarian quantum treasures. In our story, the Tartarians weren't just master builders, they were quantum architects. They understood that the universe is a symphony of vibrations, and that consciousness itself could be tuned to specific frequencies. Their grandest project wasn't a single monument, but a planetary-wide network designed to elevate the collective human experience. The treasure, then, isn't an object, but a state of being, an enhanced level of perception, creativity, and connection that they encoded into the very fabric of their world. The hunt for this treasure is a journey inward as much as it is outward, a process of rediscovering a lost human potential. The clues aren't buried under mounds of earth, they are embedded in the harmonic principles of their architecture, the resonant properties of the materials they used, and the geometric patterns that adorned their world. Think about the materials themselves. The Tartarians, in our fictional world, didn't just choose stone and metal for their durability. They selected them for their unique crystalline structures and resonant capabilities. Quartz, for example, wasn't just a decorative element embedded in plaster or flooring. It was a data storage device, its crystal lattice capable of holding vibrational information for millennia. The widespread use of copper wasn't merely for its aesthetic appeal or conductivity in a conventional sense. It was chosen for its ability to channel subtle energies, acting as the wiring in their vast, energetic grid. The brass and bronze fixtures, the ornate grills, the intricate ironwork, each was an alloy mixed with specific intent, designed to resonate at a particular frequency and contribute to the overall harmony of the structure. These materials formed a planetary system of energetic acupuncture. Each obelisk, each dome, each spire acted like a needle placed on one of the Earth's meridian points, or ley lines. These structures were designed to draw in cosmic energy, filter it, and then broadcast it across the landscape, nourishing the land and its inhabitants. The grand cathedrals with their rose windows were not just places of worship, they were vibrational tuning forks. The geometric patterns of the windows, based on sacred geometry, were designed to structure light and sound in a way that would induce altered states of consciousness in those within, facilitating a direct experience of the divine or a deeper connection to the universal field. The spires, reaching for the sky, acted as atmospheric energy collectors, drawing down electrical charge from the ionosphere and converting it into a clean, life-sustaining energy that permeated the entire city. Now let's consider the smaller, more personal artifacts of this quantum legacy. Imagine ornate music boxes that did more than play a simple tune. In our story, these were personal harmonization devices. Crafted with specific woods and metals, their intricate mechanisms were engineered to produce a sequence of tones that could realign a person's biofield, calming anxiety, stimulating creativity, or even promoting physical healing. The melodies weren't just notes, they were prescriptive frequencies. And what about the intricate jewelry they wore? The filigree pendants and resonant rings weren't mere adornments. They were portable quantum tools, wearable technology. A pendant might contain a specific crystal cut to a precise angle, designed to interact with the wearer's heart chakra, fostering empathy and compassion. A ring could be a personal resonator, tuned to the individual's unique frequency, helping them maintain a state of balance and clarity throughout their day. The so-called star forts, with their complex geometric layouts, take on a new meaning in this context. They weren't just defensive structures. They were massive energy capacitors and distributors. The sharp, star-like points were designed to gather and concentrate telluric earth energies, while the motes, often filled with water, acted as conductive rings that amplified and circulated this energy. These forts were the power plants of the Tartarian world, creating zones of high vitality that influenced the health and well-being of everyone in the vicinity. The geometric precision of their layout was a form of circuit diagram written on the land itself. Walking the pathways of a star fort in our narrative was a form of active meditation, the geometry itself guiding a person's energy field into a state of coherence and order. The treasure hunt, therefore, is not about following a map to a single location. It's about learning to perceive the world as the Tartarians did. The first step is to recognize the patterns, to look at the recurring motifs in old world architecture, the mandalas, the flower of life, the endless knots, and understand them not as decoration, but as quantum schematics. The next step is to learn the language of frequency. This involves experimenting with sound, light, and resonance. It could mean toning in a domed hall to discover its resonant frequency, or using tuning forks to activate the latent energy within an old iron gate. It's a hands-on, experiential process of rediscovery. The key is not a physical object you find, but a level of awareness you cultivate. It is the ability to feel the subtle hum of a granite pillar, or perceive the energetic field of a sacred space. In our fictional quest, the final treasure is the reactivation of this global network. As more people begin to understand the principles and interact with these structures consciously, the dormant network begins to awaken. The nodes, the cathedrals, the star forts, the obelisks start to resonate in sympathy with one another once more. Imagine a subtle, planetary hum that begins to grow in intensity, a frequency of harmony and coherence that gently permeates global consciousness. This is the ultimate Tartarian legacy. Not a kingdom of gold, but a world tuned to a higher vibration. A world where technology and spirituality are not in opposition, but are two sides of the same coin, working together to create a reality of profound beauty, health, and connection. The treasure hunt is an invitation to see the world not just with our eyes, but with our entire being, and to play our part in singing the world back into harmony.